Hi. Okay, so today I want to compare the two movies, Videodrone and Ringu, on how the movies used, or excuse me, how the movies manipulated media to draw in the viewer, and how each manipulation was demonstrated, depending on the movie. So, as far as Videodrone, they use sex and torture to draw in the viewer, kind of as a taboo type thing. I mean, the TV station was already like independent, and they played different things to that other radio stations would have, or excuse me, television stations wouldn't play, which was why they were unique. In Ringu, I feel like the media that was being used to manipulate the viewer was more of a suspenseful type of deal. It would draw people in by unknown and known. So there were parts in it that they knew, like the eruption that they kept bringing up. But then the unknown was like, who was this person and how did she know that this was going to happen? And with all of that, why does this affect us? Or why is she killing people at the end of it? Or why, excuse me, the rumor was that you're gonna die if you watch this video. What was that about? So the whole unknown about the video was what drew you in when you watched it, because you didn't really know what you were watching. Unlike Videodrone, it was very clear what you were watching. Back to Videodrone, they used the manipulation of that, of whatever the viewer was seeing in that movie, by making it direct and visible from the beginning. So you saw the TV moving and breathing and moaning, and then the videotapes would be breathing, and then he pulls a gun or puts a gun inside of his stomach and different things like that. They were very direct in showing you how that manipulated media was affecting the character. In Ringu, you didn't see that throughout the movie. You only got, I mean, it was unknown and known. So there were certain things we knew, but all of what we didn't know, we needed those key things that we knew in order to figure those things out. So the whole movie, they're gathering information and researching and interviewing and trying to figure out what this video actually means. And you don't see the effects being direct until the very end, when the girl is crawling out of the TV. So we see the people die, or, there's deaths after they've watched this video, even though the whole time we're still trying to find out how and why would that happen. And when they figure out why and think they beat it, then you see the direct effect, which is, like I said, her walking out of the TV and coming and directly killing them. So, one small part where you do see a direct effect before that in Ringu is when the wife gets caught in the husband's vision when he's touching the older gentleman of who used to be a friend or train the mother that's being seen in the mirror. And she gets the ash kind of print, black handprint on her arm. I think that's the only other time before the woman actually crawling out of the TV where you see some type of direct effect from what you've been seeing. But it still wasn't from the video. It was from the vision that he was having. The last part that I kind of want to get into is the fact that in Videodrone, he wanted to know what was happening, but because things were happening as he's trying to figure out what's happening, it was keeping him cautious, like, I want to know, but I don't really want to know what's going on. In Ringu, because you had no clue of what was going on, you only wanted to know. There was no real caution, and because it was all stories and rumors, so there was no way of us knowing what was the truth unless, until the two main characters went and figured it out. So you wanted to know more, even if it was dangerous, even if it was kind of scary. You needed to understand what was going on, or else you would just be lost and this thing would keep happening. As I said, Videodrone, you were getting the story, you were knowing as it was happening. So therefore there was this buildup of caution, like, oh, well, maybe you should stop or not figure out anymore or not go any further. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I feel were different in how the media was manipulated and how the manipulation was demonstrated and how it made you feel as the viewer, watching the viewer of those films in the movie. As far as likability, I would have to say I like the Videodrome more than Ringu. Ringu, the Ring came out when I was in high school, big deal, whatever, or maybe middle school, I don't remember. But the fact of the matter is, there's only like 2 or 3 really scary parts in it, whereas I appreciated, and even though it was a suspenseful movie because it had you on the edge, but it left you in suspense for those 2 parts of the movie, which were when we saw her kill in the vision, and then we saw the end when she crawls out the TV. It's a scary movie, so we know people are going to die through it. I don't really see that as the suspense. Videodrone had me suspenseful all through it because I didn't know who was going to die. I didn't know how they were going to die. I didn't know why they were dying. I knew that this tape was doing something, and it's called Videodrone. And it was, even though the intention was not suspense, and they were giving us answers along the way, it built suspense because even though you had all the answers you needed, you still didn't really understand what was going on, and I like that you didn't know how it was going to end. You didn't know who was all involved. You didn't know if they were going to get caught or not, if people were going to figure out what was happening. It still had the same level of suspense, even though you were getting the answers quicker throughout the movie and you had a pretty good understanding. Yet you still didn't understand, because this guy is pulling a gun out of his stomach. How, I get the tape is making him do that, but what's going on here? So yeah. All right. Well, that is my video presentation too. Thanks for your patience. Bye.